top of the day, beautiful people. Another episode, Real Talk with Giuseppe. I have a rock star here today, the real estate mama. Woo!
Hello.
High five, mama.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
What's your name?
Denise Newell.
I know you as a real estate mama, but what's your name?
Well, I'm the San Diego real estate mama. I'm otherwise Denise Newell with a Big Block Realty, and now a really proud member, intricate member of the Dream Homes team.
Yeah, super excited. Not bringing you on board because you're part of the Dream Homes team, by the way.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I'm bringing you here
Disclaimer.
this show today is because, you know, you're special to me, and I'll tell you why.
Thank you, Joe.
Because there's a lot of folks out there, agents, they sit on their ass, always complaining about it's too much work, or how do I make quick money, or whatever their excuse is. And you're one of those people that made me come up with this No Excuses Club. And I'll tell you why. So, how many kids do you have?
I have two.
2 kids.
2 kids.
How long have you been in real estate?
I'll be 4 years in September.
4 years of real estate, 2 kids, successful marriage, and her husband, super cool dude. And this lady, or this girl, because I like to call her girl, she is so passionate about real estate, so passionate about family. And, you know, I'm so sick of hearing excuses over excuses of dumb people out there. Oh, there's not much time, or it's too much work. I want to make money, quick money. That's why I'm in real estate. She's a real rock star. She's a real estate mama.
Thank you, Joe.
How do you do that?
Well, I just think it's. I've always really enjoyed working. I love to work, and to me, it's just that. You know, I was raised by a single mom, so I always saw my mother working, and those are the kind of the traits that I always want to instill in my children. Is that I think that yes, I mean I'm married, I have this wonderful family, but it doesn't take away from me also building something for myself.
Right.
That where I can build a business. I've always wanted to have my own business, and real estate is just the perfect balance of the two, where I can be present for my family when they need me, but I can also get out there, work really hard, make money, and make the life that I'm meant to have.
See? So you're saying actually, and this is interesting, because you're saying basically that you can paint the life you want.
Absolutely. Real estate is
you
that
can draw
industry.
it. You're basically drawing the perfect life you wanted to achieve.
Yes.
And you live in it.
And real estate is that industry that can allow you to. But as with anything, is that you have to be willing to put in the time. You have to be willing to put in the work. It's not just going to come, nobody's going to, a buyer or a seller are not just going to come to your home and knock on the door and say, hey, list with me, right? Or hey, I want to buy a home.
Right.
Maybe it might happen, but it's going to take a little bit of effort.
Right.
And until you get yourself into a position like you, where people are just calling you, begging you to work for them.
Well, it's been a journey. Yeah. Claire, did you hear that? So it seems like every time I interview people that they're rock stars, they all have the same answers. Did you notice that?
There's a theme for
Right? It's about working hard, you know, be consistent, and have a serious why, which she has as a family. So
absolutely.
That's what.
And a swimming pool.
And a swimming pool. Tell them about the swimming pool, because I heard about this a few times.
I was just showing Joe the other day. So we all have vision boards, and I made a point to put a swimming pool. I really want a swimming pool in my backyard. As realtors, we're always looking at these gorgeous homes. Most recently, I'm moving to Mission Hills. I'm always moving to a different community in San Diego after I fall in love with a home. And my husband, of course, the joke is always like, we are not selling, we are not moving, we are staying put. I was like, okay, then I need a swimming pool. So that's my why, and that's the addition to my vision board.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I met your kids too. Super
Mateo
cute
and Eva.
kids. One plays the drums.
He's a
He's
drummer.
a rock star.
Yeah.
He is literally a rock star.
And Eva is now starting to
She's starting
learn how to play the
awesome.
drums. Yeah.
That's so cool. So, I mean, you know, you're part of the Dream team as well, the Dream Homes team. You've been working with us, what, a month? Less than a month.
About a month.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So about a month. And you realize that all the people that work with us, we work together, we're all very, very driven individuals.
Yes.
So, and it's interesting the fact when I met you the first time, you say, oh, I know you. I seen you around. You said to me. Like, oh, cool. And I'm like, how so? Remember we start talking and this and that. And then I learned a little bit about yourself, how you're able to juggle a little bit family, ever such a beautiful family. And by the way, your husband is awesome.
Oh,
I hope
thank
he's
you.
watching
Thank
because you are awesome.
He doesn't have Facebook, but I'll show it to him later.
So, and you know, looking at your family, looking at you, and the drive that you have, I'm like, oh, she has to work with us because you literally are motivation for me and for the individuals of the team that, you know, the team members that we're working with. So, and every day we talk about this, I'm like, hey, look at her. No excuses. No effing excuses like, oh, I woke up late, I went out last night. I'm like, look at her. She's got 2 kids, a family,
Right.
and she's at 8 o'clock making phone calls. What's your excuse?
Right.
And I love that about you. And I think, look, what you have all the right ingredients, the drive, the passion, okay, the swimming pool, the why.
The why,
That's not
the
the real why, but and all these ingredients, you know, they put together is going to mix and match, and you're going to come out with an amazing outcome. Watch. I'm going to see you in the next 12 months being at least between a gold or a platinum, you know, member SDR. I guarantee you that. Because I don't see any other ways to go because you got it all. I'm telling you. So
Thank
you've been
you.
in the business for 4 years, and you're still learning. We'll learn together, right? We had a
Oh my
meeting
gosh,
today.
yeah, we had a meeting today, and it's just about how can we be improving daily. And I think as agents, we really need to kind of put our ego to the side
Right.
and be willing to be coachable, trainable, and be like, okay, you know, so yes, you know, we all have something to learn. It doesn't matter how long
Totally.
you've been in this business, how seasoned you are. We're all learning from each other, and I think that's what drew me to your team primarily, is that I saw the synergy within the teammates and you really kind of being out there. You're not only just kind of giving orders, but you're really out there in the trenches,
course.
working daily, holding open
Thank you.
houses. And that's what really drove me and said, okay, I you know, I saw how you work, I've known about you, and it's like I need to be part of this,
Yay,
whatever it is.
It's working then. Hard work pays off. Trust me, it does.
Yes.
And the thing, I think, you know, this is something that I've been talking on live, Facebook Live a few times. You know, you start getting into this mindset that I'm happy with what we have going on, but I'm already looking at the next step, what the next step is going to be. And I'm pretty sure you're the same.
Yes.
You just mentioned about, I'm going to change Mission Hills. Now I want to live there. I want to do this. I want to have a pool. I want to, you know, my coach, Bill Pipes, which is one of the best business coaches in the world, in my opinion.
Amazing.
One day I asked him this. I said, hey, look, what is it you think, why, Bill, do I feel always that I wanted to achieve a higher goal? Why is it that I wanted to have a better team? If we sell more, we'll make more money, we'll make a bigger difference in people's lives. Why is it that I'm always looking for something? And, you know, he looked at me and was like, yeah, man, that's why we work together. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not an answer. He's like, yeah, I have the same problem. I'm like, I just bought a Bentley and this and this and that, and I took my kids to this vacation, that vacation, took 2 weeks off. And I'm already thinking what I should do with my family, or what you know, business-wise, how I should enlarge my business. And you have that too.
Yes.
You know, I think people that, you know, at one point in life, they are comfortable, they stay put where they wanted to be, you kind of lose the spark and
Yeah.
you lose the momentum. And I think
Absolutely.
you're going to be left behind. Would you agree?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I think it's just one of those that you have to continue staying motivated in this business, because no one's really holding us accountable. You have to have the ability to really kind of push yourself, right? And make things happen for yourself. And all the experts say, start planning your day the night before. Start thinking about who you're going to call and what actions you're going to take to find that success. And it's not going to happen overnight. And I think that's kind of what happens in this industry, is that we're trying, and then we get demotivated,
Right.
and then we stop. We just go cold, and then time goes by. I'm guilty of that as well. And time
I am
goes
too.
by, and then we're just kind of starting to catch up again. And I think we're all guilty of that, but I think it's also comforting to know that we're not alone in this.
Right. And you know, you just made a huge point, and I don't think I ever shared this with anybody, especially on Facebook Live. So I had a couple of really good runs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I came from Italy. I had a company there, property management. Then I was with rentals and sales in Italy. Then I opened up here in San Diego, and I had a team. I had 2 teams, one in Orange County and one in San Diego. This is back like 2010, 11, when people didn't believe in real estate anymore. It just
Okay.
was, kind of crap. But I believed in it. I came from another country, and I failed. I failed back then. It was a lack of consistency, number one. And number two is the synergy, like the culture. Okay, so there was just two parts missing, and I was working as much as I do, and then you just take a break, and like I'm so overwhelmed, I can't do it anymore. Now, looking back and look where we are right now, I can see the difference. Right now, I have individuals like you, Ivan, David, Habib, and everybody else, George and Crystal and whatnot. All these people, even if I take a break, which I just came back from vacation, that's why I'm 10.
Disclaimer. He just wanted to throw that in
I
there.
look good because I'm 10 today.
Jamaica.
That's the disclaimer. But I am so pumped up to come back and get back in the trenches. You saw me. I'm so fired up.
Yeah.
I actually put something on Facebook. You should have seen that, Claire. It was this man on fire walking on fire. That was me. That's how I feel. So... And with that said, because of you guys, I'm able to be consistent, even when I feel I added like 4 cancellations this month, right? And that will destroy any individual out there in the world, no matter how seasoned you are and how successful you are or how broke you are, that will destroy you morally, right? You have 4 canceled escrows in 1 month. Instead, I just took that and I'm like, now let me do this. This 4 cancellation, I'm going to take like, what did I do wrong? To learn about it and what happened that this transaction canceled.
Right.
So reality check on myself, reality check on the sellers that I'm working with. Now I'm like, I have a better idea of what's going on. I'm more pumped than I was. So I'm more motivated.
Right.
I'm working triple, and I'm working with my brain, literally thinking about what can I do to put this property in escrow that's been on the market and it was canceled and whatnot. So, and I tell you that the secret is the team. It's because of you guys that I have to show up every morning. I have to work harder so you can see that I work hard so much and you're going to follow my steps.
Absolutely.
That's what really now it's the game changer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a few years ago, it was more like, oh, I'm the team leader. Hey, do this, the calls from 8 to 10 and blah, blah, blah. And that was it. But now I want to do it with you. I want to literally see you grow in your business and take it to another level, and we'll work together. That's what motivates me the most.
Because you're leading by example, and truthfully, and I'm not just saying that, that's what a true leader does.
Right.
They're leading the pack.
I appreciate that. No, those are very kind words, and I really, really appreciate that, because I didn't think I was capable to do that. I always thought like actually I was defined by people that I don't know if they're going to be watching this one day, but they was defined to be an artist, a great fucking artist. But, and I told them, I said, look, I might be the artist, yeah. I had a good run as an artist. I've been very successful selling properties and being in the business. But I think I could be a better leader than an artist. And it's showing. I see this happening. You know what I mean? I'm fairly new with the team. We just opened it. We not even having a year now being as a team. And I think we're just already doing amazing numbers for not even being 1 year in the business. I think we already sold about almost 100 properties.
Yeah.
Not even a year.
That's fantastic.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's great. I mean, it's literally happening, and I see like the right individuals here. Now, I want you to talk about your expertise in Del Cerro. I know you live in Del Cerro.
I do.
Right?
Yes.
And you guys, how long have you been there?
We will have been in Del Cerro for about 4 years now.
4 years.
4 years.
Wow.
So we used to be in Kensington, and then and so I think we made that mistake that everyone makes. It's just that, or I guess it wasn't a mistake because we love the community. And oh my gosh, amazing.
So
Kensington.
tell us, there's a lot of people here that
Yeah.
are probably wondering, like, I'm trying to get on the market and buy. What's Kensington? Tell me about Del Cerro. Both
So, I mean, they're both centralized communities, very centrally located communities. My husband and I always like to joke that we like being $5 Uber drive away from North Park. And so the thing is that I think that, the reason that we ended up choosing Del Cerro was because of the fantastic schools. At the time, we were kind of exploring what different schools were around, and we really wanted one specific school for our child who was entering kindergarten, and he didn't get in. And that's a whole nother topic for another day.
Right.
But he didn't get into that school. And so I was just utterly devastated. I was like, oh my gosh, there goes his like chance of ever getting into Columbia, Georgetown, Stanford. You know, I was just being ridiculous. But but the thing is that we ended up just saying, okay, let's think about our family and what we need for our family. Again, Kensington has an amazing school. They have Franklin Elementary School there. They actually have a STEM program there. So it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal school, and it just keeps on getting better every year.
Did you live in a historical home back in
a historic home? It was a Craftsman. It wasn't necessarily part of the Mills. No, it was a Craftsman. No mid-century. So then
I know it's your dream.
Yeah, it is. Yes, and so we decided on Del Cerro, again, just because it's a centrally located community. You're close to everything. You have all the shopping. Everything that we knew and that we love is close by. Right. And so that's kind of what we wanted to continue. And I got to tell you, so it doesn't matter what community you live in. I'm a strong proponent for your children attending the local public schools, because once you start going outside of the classroom doors, it's the community that makes everything. I know that if I'm busy and that I'm working and I'm going on client appointments, I can't tell you how many times I've had to make phone calls, and I can count on my, what I call the parent village, my village of amazing parents, awesome, to count on, that I know that they can either give a message to my child or pick up my child and have my child wait at their home until I'm able to get them. So that's the kind of community that Del Cerro is. But you can find that in any community. It's just about getting involved and finding out what resources are there.
Right. So I personally really like Del Cerro because it's close to Mission Valley, it's close to everything, like you said. And there's a canyon there too, right? Over there in Del Cerro.
And they also have, so Del Cerro, San Carlos, they have Mission Trails in Coles Mountain. So it's a lot to do over there. It's really a great area, great community. If you're looking just for the schools or just for the outdoor living, it offers everything.
What do you think is, let's put it like that. Do you think the real estate market there in Del Cerro, is it hot or is it a little warm or it's cold? Meaning hot, that they're overpriced. Warm, the price is still going to go up. Cold.
So in my opinion, I would say that it's a warm market just because of the price point. The average price of a home is exceeding over $800,000, and that's with anything in San Diego. Once you start going over 800 or over $1 million, it's going to take a little bit longer. Well, unless you're you, unless you're Joe, but it's going to sit on the market a little bit longer. Right. And so opposed to being in a different community, such as Encanto and other, where the prices are maybe under the median price of a home in San Diego, those fly quickly. So it just really depends. But I would say it just really depends on what you're wanting. And
I've seen some good deals there in Del Cerro, personally. I mean,
we got a really great deal.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure you did. You're good at what you do, for sure. So I see that happening in Del Cerro as well. I don't see many people moving out of Del Cerro as many actually moving in. I don't know if that's my perception or is the reality of the facts.
That's correct. So you have many original homeowners there, living there, and there's just so much history in the community, and every day I'm just learning something new about the community. But I will tell you that what I love about this particular neighborhood is that you have the original homeowners, or they have since moved on, and you have their children coming back. Oh, and now they're raising their children. So that's kind of the story that I hear at the local elementary school, is like, oh, I went to this elementary school. And so to me, that's so beautiful, because I definitely was, we were constantly moving. And so for us to be able to set down roots in a community like Del Cerro, where our children are attending the local schools, I mean, it's just beautiful.
It's beautiful to see that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, let's see a little bit over here. There's some
That's
comments.
my sister-in-law, Callie. Say hi.
Callie Noel, hi.
Yes, hi.
We were
Patrice.
wondering,
Let's
check
see,
you
so-
out, Patrice.
Yes, yes. And then somebody thinks you hit a tanning bed. You should tell them that you just got back from Jamaica.
I think I know that girl, Claire McKee. Oh, what's up, Claire?
And then Leslie Lawson, woohoo!
Nice, Denise.
Yeah,
Bobby Jones,
and
Patty.
that's Aunt Bobby. Hi, Aunt Bobby. Gotta love family. Thanks for that support.
That's beautiful. You got the family there
Yes.
watching you. So this is the real estate mama, guys. She works really, really hard. I'll tell you that. If you have any questions about Del Cerro, Kensington, or overall in San Diego, how can they reach you?
Well, they can just call me directly. I'm sure we'll be able to provide the phone number here, but it's my cell number is 619-339-2302.
We'll write it in.
And if you go to the Dream Homes Team San Diego website, you'll also be able to find my contact info there.
That's right. Thank you so much for watching. Again, we'll provide you the information with no filters. Bye. Talk to you soon. Ciao.